Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of my daily crypto news. And today, Bitcoin had a beautiful bounce at the 0.236 Fibonacci. We have some news on the Ripple v SEC lawsuit, and there's a very important event happening tomorrow that we need to talk about. Plus, I guess one little thing regarding our top altcoin for recently. We'll talk about that in just a second. Guys, first of all though, if you're not following me over on Twitter just quite yet, make sure you check it out because I'm doing a pretty cool giveaway here over at 47,000 followers, which we could hit today. So make sure you check it out. Then our Ripple news for today is this. The SEC is biased towards Ripple's Expiry token by Deaton's law firm. You guys already know, I am gonna send Deaton a message regarding an interview that we're gonna do over on my channel. The only problem is, guys, I've been stalling it a little bit because I want to write a really good message and I want to do so when I have an exact plan of exactly how to do it. Since I don't have it just quite yet, I'm waiting a little bit for the exact date, but we'll get it done, so don't worry about it. Having said that, the US SEC has shown more loyalty to Ethereum than to Ripple's XRP token. This conclusion was reached by the team of the Deaton law firm led by founder John Deaton. He said over on Twitter how Web3 and the Ether Free Pass was born. Recently, Jack was blocked by P. Marca over Jack's observation regarding the inherent interests of venture capitals related to Web3. What is Web3? Well, Web3 is much like the other buzzwords you hear, like Bitcoin, NFTs, etc. It is based on blockchain technology. Let's quickly continue on with the thread right here. As of now, most of it based on the Ethereum blockchain. In fact, Ethereum co-founder Gavin Wood first coined the term Web3 in 2014. He now runs the Web3 Foundation. In 2014 also, a couple of guys here and others orchestrated the world's first ICO ever, which is called Ethereum. And in 2017, William Hinman, as Director of Corporation Finance over at the SEC, arranged a meeting with some of the founders, Joe Lubin, and I guess at that point Consensus, which he also founded. That meeting took place December 13th, 2017. The initial meeting between Hinman and Lubin occurred at the height of the ICO craze following Ether's successful crowd sale model. But Hinman and the Lubin/Consensus meeting wasn't about Ethereum's ICO. Instead, it was the beginning of a very mutually beneficial alliance. Alliance isn't my word. The next day, Matt Korva, GC of Consensus, publicly stated that Consensus and the Brooklyn Project were building an alliance with the SEC. Jay Clayton's law firm, Sullivan and Cromwell, represented Lubin and Consensus when they met with Hinman in December of 2017. Now, the following month, on January 25, 2018, SEC Chairman Jay Clayton met with Andreessen Horowitz, C. Dixon, and instructed Dixon to get together with selected industry players and submit a proposal of how the SEC should proceed with digital assets. How do we know about all of this? Well, Crypto Law US has assembled a video library of the insiders who participated in the free pass. Lowell Ness of Perkins Coie revealed something that not a lot of people know. A meeting between Jay Clayton and Andreessen Horowitz played a central role in later events. Now, Ness has said that after appearing at a Stanford University event in January 2018, Clayton made his way over to see Andreessen the next morning, and he invited Chris Dixon to round up the industry players and asked for a proposal on where to go from here. Digital Asset Investor has been sharing that. Now, but which industry player did Chris Dixon round up? XRP and the XP Ledger were created in 2012 by under which Jim McCaleb, Joel Katz, and Arthur Brito. XRP was the second crypto asset ever created after Bitcoin. In January 2018, XRP was the second largest crypto asset by market cap, not actually Ether. Certainly, the second largest crypto asset would not be represented in this industry group, but according to Charles Gasparino at Eleanor Charette, it's reporting, Ripple was not invited by Dixon to be part of this industry group. We know Lowell Ness was the lead attorney writing the memo. According to Ness, he had been representing Andreessen Horowitz on all the crypto investments since the beginning, and he got the chance to write all that stuff. Ness said the general reception from the SEC when those meetings began were really positive, and he adds, it was an interesting dichotomy between their public-facing, incredibly vituperative statements that they were making and this interesting welcome that we got privately. So, who exactly was represented in this industry group and received such a warm reception by the SEC? We know several law firms were involved, but who exactly did they represent? Ness stated he brought in a couple other law firms to help, but did anyone represent a non-ETH crypto project? When you read the memo and safe harbor proposal, only one crypto really is mentioned, and that's called Ethereum. Now, why would Ether be the only crypto or digital asset referenced in providing a safe harbor? Once again, were all the industry players that Chris Dixon rounded up part of the Ether ecosystem? These questions need to be answered. And of course, the question must first be asked. Why wasn't XRP and all of this represented? Before claiming Ether is so different, considering how Vitalik described Ether's ICO, insisting it would be an opportunity for anyone to purchase Ether, which he said was a currency inside the Ethereum system, sort of like XRP in Ripple. Some people attempt to dismiss the Ether free pass as a conspiracy theory, yet they can't refute what we've assembled because all we've done is played their own interviews or speeches and made a timeline. People who were intimately involved have spoken out and recognized the truth. And Joseph Grundfos, for example, acted as an SEC liaison for Stephen, let's see his full name, Neyreyov, who is the self-described architect of the Ether ICO. Grundfos isn't a conspiracy theorist, nor is he against Ether. He has called into question Clayton and others' motives in bringing the case against XRP. Even people who are part of the industry group chosen by Chris Dixon and Lowell Ness have commented the Ether free pass makes no logical or legal sense. Watch the video below and listen to Nancy Wojtas and Wendy Moore discuss how odd it was for Hinman to actually give Ether a free pass. And what it comes down to, by the way, is mostly revolving the fact that they basically state, if you look aside from Ether's ICO, it's fine. And even then, it doesn't really make a lot of sense because, once more, it's Bill Hinman's personal views, which would be crazy to exclude something. And again, the SEC has not made any determination, so why would he say that? It doesn't make sense to SEC people either. Now, Nancy Wojtas disagreed with Hinman that Ether was sufficiently decentralized to not be a security. She said, according to Hinman's speech, any project that does a little better than Ether is golden, and co-panelist Wendy Moore of Perkins Coie adds, then why isn't Ripple? These are people who helped get the free pass. There's no conspiracy here, just plain old facts. Wojtas herself criticized Hinman's actions. There's no questions. Ethereum violated the law in the SEC's view when it issued its tokens. And why did Hinman do it? He collected $50 million from his law firm, a member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, EEA, who at the SEC. And Lowell Ness Perkins Coie is also a core member of the EEA. And as stated, Lubin and Consensus were represented by Clayton's firm, Sullivan and Cromwell. Sullivan Cromwell brokered the deal of Consensus buying JP Morgan's Quorum, a direct competitor of Ripple. The Quorum JP Morgan coin deal was announced 4 months before the lawsuit against Ripple and XRP was filed, and as a senior SEC official behind the lawsuit, left the SEC. Now, that's actually the most senior. 2 months before the lawsuit, One River Asset Management makes a $1 billion bet on Bitcoin and Ether. Within 2 weeks of leaving the SEC, Clayton goes to One River. Hinman unretired and returned to his EEA law firm. The direction of enforcement, Mark Berger, joined Hinman and the EEA at Simpson Thacher. We learned that Hinman's Ether free pass closely followed the Lowell Ness Perkins Coie memo, and after collecting $50 million from Simpson Thacher, Hinman became a partner with Chris Dixon at Andreessen's $2.2 billion crypto fund, which is heavily invested in Bitcoin and Ether. Finally, it's ironic that people who conspire to get a free pass are calling those exposing the truth with facts conspiracy theorists. They might claim Andreessen Horowitz is also invested in Ripple, attempting to deflect, but notice they don't have XRP in their Twitter handle because it says cdixon.eth, not XRP. I'm not necessarily sure that's a really solid point, but okay. Let's show more. Let's quickly see here. Can we go on? I guess that's actually the last point that he makes, huh? I thought this went on for a little bit more. There was a different part, but I guess maybe I was just reading further in the comments section then. I guess it makes a lot of sense already, though, in the sense that nothing makes sense. I'm not exactly sure the best way to describe this for you, except for, holy smokes. That is some heavy stuff that we keep reading up here, huh? Wow. All right, I'll leave it up to your own interpretation for right now. We're going to get an interview with John Deaton going shortly anyway. But holy smokes, is this crazy stuff, man? Really, it makes me kind of scared sometimes. But all right. So Bitcoin, I'm try to put a timestamp in the comment section. By the way, Bitcoin facing Friday's options expiration. Will 2021 end with a huge move? So apparently, there's a really big Friday, the 31st of December, massive expiry with a notional value of $5.4 billion that will occur on Deribit Exchange. Max Bane price is $47,000. Even though it's hard to speculate about the effect of a massive expiry on the Bitcoin market, better be careful and take preventative actions for possible volatilities that may come immediately after, which is the truth. So for a good reason, we don't really know what it's going to do here, in the sense that we don't know if it's going to actually have any effect on crypto whatsoever. But we do know that usually people are starting to go a little bit crazy in terms of trading. I kind of wanted to go into the TA here a little bit, but let's just point out one obvious thing. Right now, we made a really nice bottom. I'm still hoping over the next couple of hours we're going to get a bullish engulfing candle. So basically close above 47.5 thousand. It's not really looking like we're gonna. It's looking like we're going to end this one at about 47.3. But then again, we have about 2 hours left or so. A lot of crazy stuff can happen within that time. As obviously a bullish engulfing would be the candle to engulf this entire little negative candle that we saw right there. And that would again come kind of in line in the sense that we've bounced off the 0.236 Fibonacci here. But we also basically made a higher low still, even though it's not that significant, or potentially see it as a double bottom that we formed around that area. Right, a little double bottom being formed before coming back up. Some people might call it a basic W pattern, basically, like we are seeing in that sense then. Very ugly drawn, but you guys get the drift. So it's going to be really interesting to see this over the next couple of hours, as of course we're itching closer and closer to the end of the year. Right, tomorrow's going to be our last candle that we make. And the one thing I want to quickly share as well, guys, is this right here. Custa is, from within a couple of hours here, going to become available for purchase. And how that works, basically, is make sure you get yourself an account over on Bybit. A link is down below. And once you've done that, you got to have BIT, because the amount of BIT will determine how much Custa you can buy. We've talked about multiple different launches on the Bybit Launchpad, but I guess all I can say is what I'm about to say and everything I say in these videos is never, ever, ever financial advice, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, if this coin does not go at least 10x, I'll eat a sock live on video. I'll show my face and I'll eat a sock, because I honestly believe full-fledgedly that it's going to happen with at least 10x, right? But I honestly believe 20x or so is like a more normal point. I think even 30x potentially it would not even be too crazy. So that's why I'm telling everybody, make sure you get into this crypto if you possibly can. It's going to be huge, going to be a banger. At least that's what I honestly believe in. That's why I'm going for it. And it's not like some of my metaverse gems where I'm expecting like 400x gains. But honestly, it could really be the next crow. So it's also not too bad to just get some coins for the longer term, as I honestly think the promotion on this one is going to be rather nice. And also the fundamentals, it's not a bad thing. Some people call out that there's bidder projects or whatnot. Okay, doesn't mean they're going to win. Even if some fundamentals are actually better, it doesn't mean they ultimately win, because the custom fundamentals are extremely good. The marketing team is really, really good. You're going to see it. It's going to blow up, I think. My own thoughts. You do whatever you please, but I'm telling you, I would look if I were you to get into this coin, because any opportunity you can to take, I would personally. But yeah, just check it out. Link it down below for Bybit, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today. Make sure you also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet.